Star Wars 7x7 episode 2288. This is actually a milestone episode, and you wouldn't know it by the episode number, but that's not why this is a milestone episode for the show, and I will explain. Punch it! Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod, and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So the reason why this episode happens to be a milestone episode, again, not because of where we are, but of where I am. Specifically, it happens to be my birthday today, and it also happens to be a round number birthday. I am, in fact, 50 years old today. I certainly don't feel like that's the case, although, the beard does have a little more gray than it used to, that is for sure. And yet, I still feel as excited about Star Wars 7x7 and being able to deliver a daily dose of Star Wars joy to you as I did when I started the show back in July of 2014. And really, what's not to be excited about, right? I mean, yes, we all have our differences in terms of what we like and what we don't like when it comes to Star Wars storytelling, but you cannot deny that since Disney bought Lucasfilm, that we have had a new wealth of Star Wars storytelling come out, a renaissance, if you will. 5 movies, the first live-action TV series, new animation, new video games, entries into virtual reality and experiential reality with the Secrets of the Empire thing that happens in various places. There are terrific books and comics being released, and there's even been a renaissance of the audio drama, right? I mean, I remember listening to the radio dramas on NPR when I was a kid, and we've had 2 audio dramas with Count Dooku and Dr. Aphra released, which means that, hey, that's working and there's bound to be more. So yes, I am as excited about Star Wars storytelling as I was back in July of 2014, and I am still excited to be talking about it with you on a daily basis. So for my birthday, if you will indulge me, I know on the show in our normal sponsor space I've been talking about rating and reviewing the podcast, so I'm probably going to mention that again today, but I'm going to ask you to consider 7 things in their entirety, and if you are interested in one or more or all, then I hope you will take a moment to consider the following. 7 birthday gifts, if you will, that are on my list, and you can decide whether I am worth being given them. The first would be rating the podcast. So right now on iTunes, we are at 197 reviews. We're very close to breaking the 200 mark. It would be fantastic to see that become 200 today on my 50th birthday. As far as the reviews go, I've been talking about leaving a review on the show on iTunes, or actually everywhere. And you know what? Silly me. It never even occurred to me to actually look to see if other podcasts had ratings, review things. It's actually really hard to find places to rate or review on other podcast apps, but iTunes definitely has it. So if you listen to the show on iTunes or on Apple Podcasts, then I hope you will consider dropping a review there. This is the most recent one I got from someone who put their name in as Torlav, which is fun. I listen to Star Wars 7x7 every day to get my day started with a taste of Star Wars, abbreviated SW. It is some of the best Star Wars news out there, as well as thoughtful analysis and discussions of all aspects of Star Wars. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but SW7x7 is a daily must for me as a huge Star Wars fan. When really big things drop or happen in the Star Wars universe, watch for the bonus episodes that are suddenly released as well. It is amazing how many episodes there have been and how consistent the releases are from Star Wars 7x7. Thank you, Mr. Voivod, for your Star Wars 7x7 true contribution to Star Wars fandom. And man, oh man, that is a beautiful gift to get on any day of the week, let alone a birthday. So thank you, Torlav, for that. So that's 2 potential things, a rating, a review. A third thing would be to share Star Wars 7x7 with friends that you know that love Star Wars and listen to podcasts. If there's anybody that you know who should be listening to Star Wars 7x7, I hope today you will consider letting them know that this podcast exists for them and sharing a link. If you type in for wherever you share it, sw7x7.com/ and then add your favorite podcast apps name there, like sw7x7.com/iTunes/Spotify/Overcast, etc., etc. most major podcast apps, I have a shortcut set up. So if you just type in sw7x7.com/iTunes, it'll take you right to the crazy long link where iTunes has Star Wars 7x7. Same with other apps. So please consider telling a friend. That's the third thing on my birthday wish list. The fourth thing I'm going to ask happens to be something that's also a bit of very exciting news that I did not find out until late last evening, which is that the TEDx talk I gave on hope and Star Wars in November of 2019 has actually made its way to the official TED website. Not just the TEDx affiliated events, but it's actually on the TED.com website. So if you want to check out my Hyperspacing Hope talk in the full TED website, then you can go to sw7x7.com/TED, TED, real simple, and that will take you right to where my TED Talk is on the TED website, on the official TED website. And the last three things are little things in their way, but as they build up over time, they create what would be, for me, the ultimate birthday wish, which is to be doing Star Wars 7x7 in full time. And one of those is the book on Amazon, which is the Force Awakens trivia book. So if you go to sw7x7.com/TFA for The Force Awakens, I have a trivia book there, and you can actually buy it straight from Amazon, which is very exciting. The second thing, which would be the sixth way overall, is to consider becoming a patron of the show. And to find out more about that, you would go to patreon.com/SW7x7. That's patreon.com/SW7x7, where you can support me and the work that I'm doing to bring this daily dose of Star Wars joy to everyone on a daily basis with a monthly contribution, and you can decide the amount, though there are amount suggestions there on the site. There are 48 patrons of the show right now, and 50 for my 50th would be fabulous, but adding 50 for my 50th would be even more fabulous. So yeah, I know that's something that can be done. I know that there are other shows that have, thousands upon thousands of patrons of the show, and I sincerely hope that you consider it being worth putting a little something in the metaphorical tip jar, the figurative tip jar, I guess, to support what I'm doing here on a daily basis. You can always subscribe for free on your favorite podcast app or check it out at YouTube as well. And if you also happen to have the opportunity and the means and you think that it's worth supporting, then being a patron at Star Wars 7x7 would be wonderful as well. And the last thing has to do with sponsorship. So we have had sponsors on Star Wars 7x7. We've also done things with affiliate relationships and that sort of thing. And sponsorship really does help move the needle in terms of being able to support the work that I'm doing here. So if you have a business or you know of a business that would benefit from exposure to dedicated Star Wars fans, and this is the sort of thing where it has to be real, it has to be legit, it has to be something where I can actually have sort of a personal connection to it. Because if it's just me advertising Dollar Shave Club, I'm not a member of Dollar Shave Club, as my beard probably suggests. And so, that's not legit. It doesn't make sense for me to be talking about something like that on the show because, there's just no emotional connection to it for me, and therefore it's just not good for me to talk about something like that with Star Wars fans. But if there is an opportunity for me to help expose the company that you work for or the company that or someone works for, where it's a natural fit between me and that company and Star Wars fans around the world, then please reach out to me. The page sw7x7.com/sponsors has information, testimonials, all that good stuff, and ways to contact me about it as well. So there you go. That's it. That's my birthday wish list, and thank you so much for indulging me and letting me share this dream with you to be able to do Star Wars 7x7 as my full-time thing. Thank you for joining me whenever you're able to join me, whether it's every day, whether it's once a week, whether it's every month or so, and you're binge listening, because there are folks who tell me that they do that as well. Ultimately, I am just so grateful that you have taken the time to make Star Wars 7x7 a part of your daily life. It is humbling and awesome, And I'm so thrilled to be sharing this adventure with you and exploring these new realms of Star Wars storytelling with you. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode, as always. And may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
Star Wars 7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2020 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.